Hey guys, and welcome to Slaver's Bay with Daenerys Targaryen and me, NG Paradox. Things have not gone exactly to plan so far. So far, Dany has 2 kids, and obviously our 2 kids are with his stars, Lorak. Not really how I want things to go down. Still not sure when we had time to have sex. I mean, we could have had sex before you planned to assassinate me. Maybe his star was thinking, you know what, if I'm gonna kill her, I might as well, sleep with her before I do that, and then I could say I slept with the last Targaryen. That'd be amazing. So maybe that's one, but then again, we only find out her fertility goes up after that event. So it would have to been when she came back. But there was such a small amount of time frame there, and at that time, lore-wise, we're accusing him of trying to kill us. So not completely sure how that happened, but it's what happened. Dany has 2 little children now. And because they're Miranese and the Harpy religion, we do have to obviously change that at some point. We're going to have to give them a heritage education focus. But to do that, we can't do it just yet. We've got to wait until they're about 6 years old. So they'll have to wait for the future. But that's something we'll have to plan to do. Maybe this could be good, though. Maybe this means that, because he has the blood of Slaver's Bay and of, Targaryens, and if we can give him the faith of the 7, maybe he could be something to unite the Giscari Empire and the 7 Kingdoms, maybe. Maybe that's how we could see it. We'll have to think about it. We'll have to wait and see. It's a difficult one. Also, we were called to help against the 5 forts. The 5 forts have been attacked in Yaitai by White Walkers. 20,000 then and 10,000 Grey Waste Raiders. So that is probably from, hostile towards them. Okay. So the way we could look at this, I could see here, because there seems to be 2 hosts' conquest of the 5 forts, and we weren't called in to help fight the White Walkers. We're only called in to help fight the host's invasion of the 5 forts. So I'm kind of seeing it this way. I think like in the Wildling situation in Beyond the Wall, maybe in the Grey Waste, possibly, the land of the Shrikes and stuff, and the Grey Waste. Maybe there are some like sort of barbaric Yaitai type of people over here. And with the White Walkers coming, they've been kind of forced to attack the 5 forts and get in. Very similar to maybe the Wildlings. And so the Emperor of Yaitai is maybe concerned about all of them. Guy Boo, the Emperor Boo. He's concerned about all these people, so he's called us in to help fight against anyone trying to come through the 5 forts. That's how I'm going to see it. That's how lore-wise we're going to see this war at the moment. Other than that, we're fighting New Giz. And we do need a few more men. So we'll sell this back, and we'll grab a few more men and drop in. Don't need too many. Rennet the Red has declared a revolt against the rule of Lord Paramount Stannis Baratheon. Okay, so Ronnet Connaughton does not want to, shall we say, be an underling to the traitor Stannis Baratheon. In their eyes, obviously, he lost. He is now the traitor, He was allowed to bend the knee, and he kept the Stormlands, but he does have a false religion in their eyes, and obviously he fought against the current king, Tommen Baratheon, as I'm sure Tommen would prefer to be called. Young Missandei is full of energy and a will to get things done. She should use that power for good. Life will reward her. I think Dany would want to use that for good, yeah. I think that's what Dany would want. She'd want to use that for good. The Night Fort has been inherited by Jon Snow. What happened to you, Roderick? Was slayed in cold blood by the White Walkers. The White Walkers they're just marching through the Night's Watch, killing them one by one. Will Jon Snow be the next one? Come on, Jon Snow, you gotta defeat them. I can protect the East, and you can protect the West, and together we can save the world. What is this? Has ended. Tommen won. So Tommen has captured Aegon, whoever he is. In Dany's eyes, she has no idea who this is. He could be a fraud. He could be the real deal. But if he was the real deal, why has he never come to me and Viserys? Why have me and Viserys never heard of him? I'm not sure if Dany would believe him that he was really a Targaryen. At least, that's how at least I would picture it. And obviously he's not done anything to prove himself. He just went over to, the Iron Throne without me. He went without me. And then he lost. I don't see any reason why Dany would believe he was really a Targaryen. And there we go. Aegon has now been jailed. He's had his lands taken away from him, of course. And if he was to be released, it looks as though he'd come to us. He could be a man we could use, but I'm not sure if Dany would completely trust him. Definitely would not trust that he's a Targaryen. That's what I think. I say I'd love to hear what you guys... If you think this happened and Aegon came to Dany after losing to Tom and Baratheon, what do you think she would do? Do you think she'd believe him or not? And the White Walkers... they've taken it. The White Walkers, it looks like, have taken the Night's Watch. We have word from the far north of Westeros. The wall has fallen. According to the ragged bands of surviving Black Brothers, swarms of others defeated the wildlings and overwhelmed the defenses of the Night's Watch, breaking the great icy barrier meant to protect the realms of men. This is bad, of course. This is very bad. Jon Snow has now lost the Night's Watch. He has no land, but he's still the Lord Commander. Pretty good stats there. He's a bit stressed, which I think is understandable, given the circumstances. Actually, let's have a quick look at his family. So Arya is still missing. Sansa has been revealed. Okay, so we didn't see that. It didn't show me the Littlefinger had revealed her yet. So Sansa has been revealed, and Littlefinger married her off to Harold Arryn. So right now she's married to Harold Arryn, the heir to the Vale. And of course the fake Arya married to Ramsay. And nothing. Bran's not been found either. Bran is off deep in the White Walker lands. Declared others' invasion of the Haunted Forest. So it looks as though the others are now going to try and finish off all of the people beyond the wall. The Yaitai has defeated that conquest, but they've not called us in to the other wars, which is a shame. How many men do you actually have right now? 8,000. He needs us to come help. Me and my dragons can defeat them. I wonder if I can ask to join, because we now know about this. And of course we've heard about the wall, but this is the world we got to think about. Can I ask to join war? We cannot. That is a shame. There's nothing we can do about that. Maybe we get a betrothal between my kids and your kids and we can come help you. I don't know. It doesn't like we can do anything about this right now. Let's go back. So the boat's coming back. We will drive the savages from our lands. Yes, I will not give these people money. No one invades my lands. Not when I have dragons. Go, my men. We'll send Aggo. Aggo, you're Dothraki. You know the Dothraki. You can go to Meereen to stop them. And we should now have enough men down here. The Queen Cersei of the Iron Throne. Queen of the Iron Throne. She's technically the Queen. Yeah, Dowager. Is it Dowager Queen Cersei or should it be Dowager? And is that how you pronounce? I always forget to pronounce this word. But yeah, Cersei has declared her blood feud against Iron King Euron Crozai. A blood feud? Did he? I thought maybe he killed Jaime. Why is there? I guess there is kind of a blood feud, maybe because they burnt down the Lannister fleet at Lannisport, possibly. That's the only thing I can think of why they have a blood feud. But yeah, so Cersei's going to attack Euron Crozai. Interesting choice. She has 16,000 men. She got remarried to Martin Lannister. Always a thing with Lannisters, isn't there? Always a thing. 36, you could still have more kids, actually. And Jaime's on the King's Guard. Lord Commander still. Fighting well. Euron is still fighting against the Reach. 52%. He was actually doing quite well against the Reach. But now with Cersei there, this is a bit of a problem. This could be too much for him. I'll have to see. I would like for him to win against the Reach just because it would cause a bit more chaos in the Iron Throne. But then again, if there's more chaos in the Iron Throne, that could mean that the White Walkers will just completely take over before we even get there. That'll make things a lot harder. But we'll see. We'll let things be as they are. Wow, that was a massive scream there. I guess a lot of people... Yeah, in the lands beyond the wall, looks like a ton of people were just massacred by the White Walkers. Look at that. All of these people just killed by the White Walkers. All the... One-Weg Wundervun. No! The giants slayed by the White Walkers. Mance Raider was killed by the White Walkers. Dryan of Ready Hall, Torreg, Staines, everyone's killed. But Tormund Giantsbane has been kept as a prisoner. Oh no, so it looks like everyone in his house was killed, but he was actually a prisoner of the High Chief, and the High Chief is still fighting. So actually, him being in prison actually saved him. But can you imagine he's in prison, and he gets a letter telling him that all of his family have been killed? That would be so sad. Poor him. Poor Tormund Giantsbane. My young courtier has got Intricate Web Weaver. That's not too bad. And Lorak also got that, and he's a skilled fighter. That's pretty good. And a ton more people have just been killed. We can hear their cries. My court physician has shared some of his latest ideas with me. I do not know much about medicine, but perhaps he's onto something. Yeah, I think she'll listen. We have a lot of money right now. Okay, I might have to I might have to turn off the White Walker's important character thing because, yeah, tempted to imprison the Karstark. Because at the moment they're just killing off every little place they take over. What a sad, sad day. Harry Karstark was beheaded by Roose Bolton. And here we go. Okay, this is big here. This is pretty big. Who actually inherited that then? Who got Carhold? The White Walkers have declared an invasion of the North on King Tommen. So Tommen has 40,000 men. The others have 25,000 men. Yeah. Maybe Tommen can be the hero. Maybe Tommen can save everyone. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Let's see who took over Carhold. Hallis Karstark. Okay, so 6 years old. If he were to die, I think he's the last. There's only 3 Karstarks left. Not many of them left, but the White Walkers are coming for everyone. It's basically the North, the Vale, and the Iron Throne. Everyone else is kind of out of it for now. Yeah. Littlefinger's doing de jure wars. Cersei and the Reach are trying to deal with the Ironborn. Stannis is dealing with the Conningtons. History is a subject that has always fascinated me, and you've spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of the Valyrian Freehold against the Giscari Empire. Well, I think I've learned a lot about fighting the Giscari Empire myself. And Dawn, Duran as usual, is just staying out of everything. Your ward, Elazar, has started breaking the rules of the game she plays with other children. Ruthless, we should go for more ambition, yeah. We don't want people to be breaking rules and stuff. Yeah, that's just not good. You gotta play by the rules sometimes. Be a good girl. They're calling a favor. How are you doing against the White Walkers? No one's calling us in to help against the White Walkers. I need to deal with Gist, and we probably need to think about what we're going to do next. Maybe we should just head... 36,000, maybe I should just head to the Iron Throne, attack it to save the world. Possibly. It could be the thing we should do. Or maybe I should marry someone. Yeah, I think what we'll do next, after we defeat Gist, we've united basically the whole Slavers Bay, and we'll look into what we should do next to try and push to get the Iron Throne. I feel like if Dany controlled the whole Slavers Bay, she would then look into going back to Westeros, because we have a good amount of men at the moment, I feel like. My courtier, Gazdor, is turned to an arrogant little braggart. I might rein him in a bit. And obviously, because we've heard about the White Walkers in the east and the north, we know we need to try and save everyone. I have the dragons. I'm the only one who can save them. Turned to arrogant little braggart. Reason to be proud. Killed by the birch. Yeah, she'd say that one. He's developed an ambitious young man. More proud instead. Yeah. We'll go with that one. That's just what I feel she would choose. Tommen has the offer of Martin. Just a peasant leader there. So not really a big deal. We've almost taken New Giz. These masters of Slavers Bay will learn their place. There's a lot of pressure. Apparently we've gained stress. I mean, I'm not surprised, Dany. You can see the end of the world is almost coming. I had to break up a fight between my courtier, Kesmir, and another child today. Her heart is full of envy. The other children are just selfish. Beat some respect into... Talk to her about kindness. Yeah, I think Dany would talk to her about kindness. I don't think she'd beat the little girl because she doesn't listen. I think that may be too far for Dany. I wonder if Tommen can do it. I wonder if he can. Things are getting colder. I mean, who does Tommen have to help? He's got Tywin of Lannisport, and of course the High Septon is also joining him. The Regent, Kevin Lannister, we could say, is basically the one in charge of this. But they didn't listen. They did not listen to the Night's Watch. And now the White Walkers are here. How are you doing against them? Okay. They held many slaves and captives, and it is until your army liberated them, the decadent slave owners can only watch as the men free every last slave. And some people joined our cause. The leader is not here. Or ask the family to come along with us, yeah. Okay, so we got 74%. Let him rot, yeah. So we got more men to join us. We won't be able to take this, we've just got to wait for this one to fall. So again, we'll just continue with this. We'll increase the speed. My prisoner, nope. Nope, let them rot. They will stay in their cells. Your dragon, Drogon, is a ravenous beast again. And the peasants are upset because he keeps eating the livestock. We'll offer them recompensation. I think that's what we should do. Lady Mage Bear was buried alive on the orders of Lord Paramount Roose Bolton. What? What? Roose, why would you do such a thing? The Mormonts are great fighters. She is needed against the White Walkers. So her daughter has now taken... I'm sure there's no love between the Mormonts, though, and Roose Bolton, especially with her daughter being obviously one of the ones at the Red Wedding. So, yeah. Alysanne the She-Bear. So if she were to die, Morgan Mormont would take over. Jerome Mormont. You're wounded right now. Jonas Mormont. Maybe our kids could get married, Mormont. That could be kind of cool. I have a very young daughter about the same age as your son. They could get married. Young Missende is developing a stubborn streak. Yeah. Proud is where Dany probably prefer to lie. She wants her to be proud of herself. She's a strong, intelligent young girl. She can be anything she wants to be. Why is Roose Bolton imprisoning everyone? All the important lords of the North are getting imprisoned one by one. You need these people. It's like he wants to be defeated. Torch of North Cracklaw. And this has almost fallen. The leader is not here. 85%. I caught my young ward, Queza, torturing a rat behind the tables today. Yeah, I don't think we'd like that. Talk to her about kindness, yeah. She's now kind. She's started breaking the rules in games. Okay. It will still keep attacking, 85%. Hopefully, if we take all this, it should be done. Shocking news. Master Yurkaz Zo Yunzak tried to have me assassinated. Well, that is not good. Expose him immediately, yes. How dare he? How dare these damn people in Slaver's Bay always fighting against us, and here we go, this is what we've been waiting for. The call. Dark wings bring dark words. The Emperor has called us again. We ride east, and this is against the other conquest of the fire. I was hoping he would have defeated that by now, and he wouldn't bring us into that. Was beheaded by Roose Bolton, Liddell. See, he's killing all the leaders and arresting them all one by one. I mean, I understand he can't trust them, but this seems a bit much, Roose Bolton. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. The White Walkers, they got 12,017. Miklas has published the results from medical investigation. The book has not received any notable attention, but he developed his skills as a physician. Of Norcross was hanged by Mace Tyrell. Okay. Looks like your family seem to be fine. There didn't seem to be many, like, big casualties from what I can tell over there. Mostly the Night's Watch are the ones been dying. What happened to Theon? What happened to Theon? Theon, no! Theon was killed by the White Walkers. You know what? I'm gonna imagine that Theon, you know, he died saving Jon Snow. I would love to imagine that in the assault against Castle Black, Theon Greyjoy held off a load of White Walkers to allow Jon Snow to escape with the other members of the Night's Watch. Theon. I guess you got your redemption, I guess we could say. Asha, the Kraken's daughter, still not married now. No kids either. Anything could happen with her, I guess. We're going to have to try and find an ally, I think, when we head over. But first, the East is our main concern. We need to go and save against the White Walkers there. Over in the West, they have the Iron Throne. They can save them. They should be able to. And 94%. Okay, we'll just continue against that. Has really convinced me what a benevolent and peaceful ruler that master is. 85%, yeah, I don't think we need to go east to fight them. I'm hoping once they're defeated, though, he'll call us in against the White Walkers. I'd love that. Like I say, it just fits so well with the whole, to go west, you must go east. I don't know, it just fits so well for me. She was bitten by a snake this morning, the brave little fool. That's my lass. I think Dany respects bravery. Yeah, because she can be a bit silly sometimes. Maybe be a bit, maybe do something when she shouldn't. Maybe sometimes I feel like. Is anyone else helping you, Tommen? No one else is helping Tommen. 13,000 men, and this is an interesting one. Doran Martell has formed an alliance with Volantis. I've never seen that. Why are you planning, Doran Martell? Obviously, you've not made a move just yet. And obviously, your plan for your son to marry me failed and he died. Has that changed him? Has he now become annoyed that his son died and has he changed his plans? I wonder what he's planning. Okay, so his daughter married as a second wife the son of the Lord of Volantis. Never seen that marriage happen before. Tristan Martell married one of the Sand Snakes. Sorella Sand. That's a pretty cool one to have. Okay. I like that. And Ariana Martell is pregnant as well. Well, look at that. He's bitten. That's my lad. What a brave young lad. How's Bronn? Bronn at the moment is fighting. He's probably heading north to face against the White Walkers. You go, Bronn. You fight those White Walkers. He did have a son, though. But he died. That one's sad. My courtier practically lives in the kitchen's a little glutton. Eat and be merry. Tell about moderation. Yeah, I think Dany would tell about moderation. Should be more ambitious. It's fine, I don't need more competition. Cruelty towards others. She should be more ambitious, yeah, not be cruel. That's just mean. Jason Mouse is no longer participating in the other invasion of the North, as his liege Baelish joined the wars to defend us. So it looks though Baelish has actually joined. Yes, Baelish is actually gonna help against the others. Well, there we go. Baelish could be a hero. They should be able to handle it, I feel like. I feel like they should be handling this. We'll have to see. Maybe I don't even have to go west. I can go after they've defeated them and after we've defeated the enemies in the east. 91% there. We almost... what's this? The Basilisk Isles. We don't need you. I might go there and help them anyway. Stannis defeated the Connaughton. What is he going to do with him then? Let's just help them take this. Maybe that will just push up to 100 because... okay, that guy's been defeated. Maybe, because they lose more land from someone else. Maybe it just gives us a bit more advantage. There we go, see? 100%. My consternation at the fact Groleo enjoys command of your armies when someone higher status would clearly be more appropriate. I think he wants to be it. Yeah. He wants to be a commander. My former husband, who has now got married again and had 2 more kids. Okay, I know just at the smooth... yeah, I think we're just going to diplomacy. I'm not going to trust my my former husband. No one does. Let's bring this war to a close. Enforce our demands. And there we go. Emancipation has been brought to the people of New Giz. There you go. The breaker of change. They call themselves wise masters. I call them fools for defying me. So there we go. We defeated them, and we want to free more people. Do we attack Volantis? Listen, Tyrosh, or Maya? Personally, I don't want to attack anyone actually anymore. I'd rather just finish it. I feel like that's enough. But then again, if we're going to have to attack someone, it's going to have to be Volantis, isn't it? But that we move to fight Dawn possibly as well. But in my point of view, Volantis will be the one you choose next, yeah. I feel like Dany's going to fight Volantis. I shall fly to Volantis. We declare war on Volantis. We're going to free more and more people. We will end slavery. Slavery must be ended at any cost. There you go, Giz. You're free. I caught my young ward torturing a rat. Talk to her about kindness. We'll go for that one. I need to get these people back as well. Now, to get you guys back, I'm going to have to make you much smaller. We'll split you in half. 4,000 men. Jump on it. We have to get them on the boat, don't we? Because It's not actually in the docks. After many months of studying the campaigns of the Valerian Freehold, you realize that the art of war might be worth studying. There we go. So we're becoming even better when it comes to tactics and stuff. I think we're going to have to end this part here. So with that part, we've now defeated New Giz. We're heading to Volantis as well. But also, I think in the next part, we're going to look at how we're going to attack Westeros. And we're going to see if the Emperor of Yaitai does call us in to help in the east. But I think next we'll see if we can actually find an ally. Because obviously, Dany can get married. We maybe should look for someone that she can marry. I know a lot of people will always say, you know, Jon Snow or something like that. I know he's a popular choice. But the point is that, you know, Jon Snow is the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He cannot marry. That's just a fact. We can't change that. So even if I wanted to, I don't think we can get him. But we could look for someone else, some other ally here in Westeros. I'm not sure if there is any. And we can look about how we want to invade. We could, like, invade someone, you know, like the Stormlands. We could just do a dragon conquest and attack the Stormlands, take that first, and then attack for the rest of it. Or we could just go straight for the Iron Throne. We'll look at that next time, a bit more detail. But yeah, I'll see you guys then.